Hi, my name is Brittany and welcome to my vlog. Today we are talking about transitioning at your job. I'm reading off my notes. How to manage it. Now, I'm going to keep this video short, probably like 5 minutes. Some things to think about, and we'll be talking more about this because this is a huge freaking issue. Important issue. Excuse me while I drink. Okay. In my case, I am not quite ready to, and it's really sad and it's really upsetting. If I could get around this, I would. What's keeping me from transitioning at work just yet is don't have the wardrobe yet. And you know, you may argue, well, that's silly, but I mean, you do need work clothes, so that'll come pretty quickly. More important, my name is not changed yet. I see that happening in the next 2 to 3 months. It will be the step I take before I go get my boobs done. I would never be walking around with breasts of any significant size and still have legally a guy's name. There's no way. So that's a couple of things that, I mean, otherwise, you know, I'm out and about, I'm full-time. And I like it. And I'm very comfortable, I'm totally relaxed. So, you know, they're gonna know you as Bob or Robert or, I don't know, Kevin or whatever it is that's on your freaking driver's license that's not you, and certainly not me. We both understand what that means, but that we're forced to live with for the moment. And it's going to take a bit of patience on your part and on theirs when you decide to transition. There's 2 resources I'm going to give you fast. Okay, one is hrc.org. They have transgender related resources there specific to coming out at work. There's even more so, I believe, at TS, as in transsexual, tsroadmap.com. A lot of coming out at the workplace type of resources. Your local LGBT centers will probably also be able to offer some advice, but be careful that it's from a good source, and not just some bozo off the street who's trying to give you their 2 cents. You know, one of the things that I will do to set myself up for when I go into a job is, you know, I'm going to be me. I'm going to be feminine Brittany, and I am not going to guy it up, man it up, macho it up, or any of that bullshit, you know, for the sake of them. Okay? Or their sake, whatever. You know, I'm going to be girly me, you know, as much as I can. And this is going nowhere. You know, fine, you'll get ponytailed, but just the way I talk and all of that stuff, it's going to stay like that. Now, why am I saying this? Because it'll be easier for them, it'll click for them, because like they're going to think you're feminine, okay? And you want them to think that. You don't want to shift them more to the left of what they think a guy is than absolutely necessary. The minimum, I would go in there with clear nail polish at the very least. My last job, believe it or not, I had freaking acrylics for a year, and it wasn't always clear. Talk about guts, maximum guts. And this was a federal job, okay? I won't say with whom, but a very high-profile Department of Homeland Security. Very high profile. And ultimately, I don't care. So, I might spill it later, but they didn't really, nothing ever really happened there that had anything to do with the way I am. And I did leave there, but it had nothing to do with that. So I have nothing bad to say, really. In some ways, they treated me well, in some ways, not. Some HR departments are better than others. You want to find, ideally, a rep who is HIPAA certified. This is going to give you some protection, but not guaranteed against them spilling the beans before you're ready. I would keep it on the QT for the short duration, very short duration with this HR person. I would just ask them for guidance to see if there is anything in their employee manual or whatever about this kind of stuff. You would be shocked as more and more companies are coming online with this, and just willing to cooperate, in a changing world, okay, with this kind of issue. For those of you who are keen on, all the things that you hear in the news about transgender related work cases, it seems like there's more and more of that, okay? You want to come out as fast as you can. My goal is to come out very quickly, very quickly. I basically start work and immediately apply for my name change. Up to 1 to 2 months later, the name change will be done. At that point, I will go into HR and I'll say, this is my story, blah, 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 blah. Shortly after the name change is done, I'm going to go in and get my boobs done, and the next thing you know, I'm showing up at work as a girl. Okay, and I do just need some time to get wardrobe together and get the name change done. For those of you who have different issues, that's fine. Don't come out at work until you're ready. There's nothing wrong with being transgender at work, but you want to look presentable, and you want to look professional, just like any woman who's in that office following the very same dress codes and stuff. They're going to apply to you. So just be prepared from a wardrobe perspective. Okay, all right. Remember, the guy or the lady that's HIPAA certified in HR, they may still rat on you. They may rat you out to management because they think they're doing the right thing. Well, if it ultimately results in you being fired, you make sure that you document these conversations. I would send an email to that person, and I would have them reply that they're going to hold what you said in confidence. You print that out and you stick it in your drawer. And if anything ever goes sour and you lose your job, it will give a lawyer some ammunition to go after them for violating HIPAA. Okay? Now these are Privacy Protection Act regulations that are strictly enforced. Okay? Federal government doesn't fool around with this stuff. So don't sit back and be used as a doormat or get the crap kicked out of you because the manager found out. Next thing you know, some transphobic, homophobic manager decides they're better off firing your ass than just allowing you to transition. There is a chance that I will go somewhere and they will do just that, and then they can go screw themselves because it is not going to change what I do. It's just going to happen anyway. And I mean that. I don't care. I don't care. I have this philosophy of what's called a burn job, as in B-U-R-N, burn job, and which is basically just that. It's that job from day zero where you start working to the day you transition and you have your name changed and all that stuff, and you could fully present as a woman and go 24/7, which I basically do, minus the work issue. You can imagine how hard it is for me to pass the guide. It's very difficult. And if they show you the door and tell you pack your shit and get out, then pack your shit and get out. And if you were smart enough to get that letter from that HIPAA rep, if they have a HIPAA rep in their HR department, then you may have some ammunition for going after them for wrongful dismissal. If you're over 40, you may have another ammunition for wrongful dismissal because there are other rules and regs for workers over 40. If you're In a minority, there might be even more. So, rules and regs regarding wrongful dismissal. Some municipalities have laws on their books. For example, I live in the miserable state of Florida, where as a state they don't have protection for transgender, but some municipalities, such as Broward County, Palm Beach County, I think Monroe County, but I'm not sure, and you can check on like hrc.org, I think has this information. And you know, if you are in a county where there is protection for transgender, for equal rights and this and that, company could be in deep shit. Really deep shit. Okay, so there's my story. Maybe it'll help you. There'll be more. Alright, have a great day. Bye. It's tough, you know, but we all are here listening to this because it's worth it to us. It's worth it to me. I don't give a shit what I have to do. You know? It's just, that's the way it is. Just bang it out anyway, man. Don't let anybody tell you no. Don't take no for an answer. Alright? Have a great day.